Welcome back to World Information HD. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins as we uncover the top 5 most valuable and incredibly rare USA Lincoln 1-cent pennies. These aren't just any pennies, they're the dirty, worn, and often overlooked coins that have stunned collectors by being worth millions. Stay tuned as we reveal their history, unique errors, and astonishing auction prices. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, uncovering a piece of American history that many people might overlook in their loose change. Imagine holding a penny in your hand, so ordinary that it might be overlooked in a drawer full of coins, yet it holds the potential to be worth tens of thousands of dollars. This is the story of the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has become a legend in the numismatic community. The Lincoln cent has been an iconic piece of American currency since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, the penny has gone through multiple design changes, but its significance has remained unchanged. Collectors have long sought coins with errors or unique characteristics, and the 1989 no-mint mark penny is a perfect example of how a small detail can make an ordinary coin extraordinarily valuable. Ordinarily, a Lincoln penny from 1989 is considered common and worth only its face value of 1 cent. But what happens when something goes wrong during the minting process? That's where things get interesting. Most coins minted in Philadelphia during that year carry no mint mark, while coins from Denver are marked with a D. Occasionally, errors occur at the mint, producing pennies with missing features, doubled dies, or incorrect metal composition. The 1989 no-mint mark penny is part of this fascinating category of error coins. Collectors often describe error coins as accidental treasures. During the mass production of pennies, millions of coins pass through high-speed presses every day. It's inevitable that a small percentage of these coins will have anomalies. For some, these errors might seem insignificant, but for a collector, even the tiniest deviation from the standard can exponentially increase a coin's value. The 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is rare because it was intended to carry a mint mark under normal circumstances, but for a few coins, that mark never appeared. This small omission has created a significant demand among collectors worldwide. One of the reasons this penny is so fascinating is that it bridges the gap between modern coins and the world of rare numismatics. When most people think of valuable pennies, they picture worn-out 1800s wheat pennies or early 1900s Indian head cents. Yet here we have a coin from 1989, a piece of history that many of us might have used in everyday transactions. It's a reminder that sometimes treasures can hide in the most unexpected places, even in your pocket change or the bottom of a couch cushion. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we need to look at the principles that drive coin collecting. Rarity, demand, condition, and historical significance are all factors that influence the market. In the case of the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, rarity is the key factor. Only a limited number of these coins exist, making them extremely difficult to find. Every year, coin collectors search through rolls of pennies in hopes of uncovering one of these hidden gems. The thrill of the hunt adds another layer of excitement to numismatics, making this hobby as engaging as it is rewarding. Condition also plays a crucial role. While some collectors are willing to acquire pennies that show signs of wear, the highest value is reserved for coins in pristine condition. For the 1989 no-mint mark penny, coins that appear dirty or circulated can still hold value, especially if the missing mint mark is clearly visible. In fact, the imperfections can sometimes enhance the appeal, as they highlight the coin's journey through circulation and its survival over decades. A dirty penny is not just a coin, it's a testament to history, a small artifact that has passed through countless hands. The 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny also serves as a fascinating case study for those interested in the minting process. Coins are not just stamped metal discs, they are the result of precise engineering, rigorous quality control, and sometimes, human error. When a coin is missing its mint mark, it tells a story about the production line at the mint, the machinery involved, and even the inspectors responsible for catching anomalies. Each coin becomes a miniature window into the inner workings of the U.S. Mint. For aspiring collectors, finding a 1989 no-mint mark penny can be both thrilling and challenging. These coins are rare enough that they rarely appear in everyday circulation, which means many collectors spend years searching. Some start by examining loose change from banks or coin rolls, while others attend coin shows or auctions to increase their chances. The excitement of potentially holding a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars in your hand is an experience few other hobbies can replicate. One of the most remarkable aspects of this coin is its accessibility. Unlike some rare coins that date back over a century and require deep pockets to acquire, a 1989 penny is relatively recent. This means that even modern collectors, including beginners, have a chance to find one. It's a powerful reminder that valuable collectibles don't always come from the distant past. Sometimes, they are hidden in the ordinary items we use every day. It's also interesting to note how the market for era coins has evolved over the years. In the past, coins were often overlooked unless they were antique or historically significant. Today, however, collectors recognize the allure of modern eras and the stories behind them. Social media, online marketplaces, and coin forums have amplified awareness, allowing collectors from around the world to share discoveries, trade coins, and discuss rare finds. This increased visibility has driven up demand and, consequently, the value of coins like the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. For anyone considering collecting coins as an investment, understanding the value of era coins is essential. The 1989 no-mint mark penny demonstrates that investing in coins is not just about acquiring pieces of metal. It's about recognizing rarity, understanding history, and appreciating the stories each coin tells. While not every coin will be worth a fortune, knowledge and patience can lead to remarkable rewards. In this case, the reward is particularly extraordinary. What makes this penny truly exceptional? It's a combination of factors: its rarity, its history, its status as an era coin, and the fact that it remains largely unknown to the casual observer. Many people have held this coin in their hands without realizing its potential value. It's the ultimate hidden treasure, waiting for someone with the right knowledge and a keen eye to recognize it. For collectors who are lucky enough to acquire a 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, it becomes more than just a coin. It's a centerpiece in their collection, a conversation starter, and a tangible connection to history. The coin story is a reminder of how small anomalies can create tremendous value, and how paying attention to details can turn ordinary objects into extraordinary finds. Over the years, several of these pennies have appeared at auctions, often fetching prices that leave people in awe. The numismatic community celebrates these discoveries, sharing photos, documenting the finds, and analyzing the coins to ensure authenticity. Each verified penny strengthens the legacy of this unique coin, cementing its place in the world of rare collectibles. In conclusion, the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how rarity, history, and a small era can combine to create something truly remarkable. It's a coin that reminds us that value is not always obvious, that treasures can be hidden in the most mundane places, and that history is alive in the everyday objects we often take for granted. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual observer, this coin invites curiosity, excitement, and a deeper appreciation for the art of numismatics. If you're fortunate enough to come across a 1989 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, you could be holding a piece of history in your hands. A coin that started as a simple form of currency has transformed into a collectible that commands incredible attention. And for those who wonder just how valuable this coin can be, the answer is nothing short of astonishing. This rare 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, even in a dirty condition, holds a market value of $48,477. Hello and welcome to the channel where we explore some of the rarest and most fascinating coins in United States history. Today, we're diving deep into a penny that might just surprise you, an unassuming coin that most people overlook, but which hides a secret value that could make collectors' eyes light up. We're talking about the 1990 Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, it might look like just another ordinary penny. It might be dirty, worn, and tossed aside in your jar of loose change, but today we're going to uncover why this coin has captured the attention of collectors and why it could be worth far more than its face value. The Lincoln cent, as many of you know, is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, this small copper coin quickly became a staple in everyday life. Over the years, it has gone through various design changes, mint marks, and metal compositions, but one thing has remained constant: the sheer popularity and collectability of Lincoln cents. And while most people tend to focus on the older coins from the early 1900s, there are hidden gems in more recent years, and the 1990 Lincoln penny is one such treasure. Now, you might be wondering, what makes a 1990 penny special? After all, it's just a penny minted in Denver, right? Well, not all pennies are created equal. Coins can have subtle errors, rare variations, or simply survive decades in perfect condition, and these factors can turn an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collector's item. The 1990 penny is fascinating because it combines a specific mint mark, the right set of conditions, and, in some cases, unique errors that make it exceptionally valuable to collectors. The D on this penny stands for the Denver Mint, one of the two major mints producing Lincoln cents in 1990. While the Philadelphia Mint also produced millions of coins that year, the Denver Mint coins often come with interesting quirks. Some of these coins were struck with slightly different die variations, which can affect the appearance of the date, the mint mark, or even the spacing and alignment of the design. In the world of coin collecting, these minor differences are hugely important. A coin that looks ordinary to the casual observer could be worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars if it shows one of these rare variations. But there's more to the story than just the mint mark. The condition of a coin plays a critical role in its value, and this is where the 1990 penny becomes truly fascinating. You might have found one in a jar of coins, grimy and scratched from years of circulation. Most people toss them aside without a second thought. But collectors often search through rolls and jars of pennies, looking for coins that might have survived with unusual characteristics. Sometimes, even a dirty coin, if it has an intact design, sharp details, and no major damage, can be surprisingly valuable. The appeal of the 1990 Lincoln penny lies in the fact that while millions were minted, only a small fraction has survived in conditions that excite collectors. Let's take a closer look at the design itself. On the front, you have the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, facing right, with the word Liberty to the left and the date, 1990, along with the D mint mark to the right. The back features the classic Lincoln Memorial design, which has adorned the reverse of Lincoln cents from 1959 to 2008. At first glance, it's a design most of us see every day, but when examined under magnification, the details become important. Collectors look at the sharpness of Lincoln's coat, the clarity of his facial features, and the alignment of the inscriptions. Small anomalies, like doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes, can transform an ordinary penny into a rare find. For instance, one of the more intriguing aspects of the 1990 penny is the potential for a double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once during the minting process, causing certain features, usually the date or letters, to appear doubled. These errors are not immediately visible to the naked eye, but under a magnifying glass, you can see a subtle duplication that makes the coin highly collectible. Coins with confirmed double die errors have fetched remarkable sums at auctions, and even minor variations can attract serious collectors. Another point to consider is the condition of the coin over time. The term, dirty, might sound like a negative, but in coin collecting, it can add an element of intrigue. A penny that has accumulated patina, wear, and discoloration might tell a story of circulation, of everyday life in America in 1990. For many collectors, this history adds charm and authenticity, especially when the coin has survived decades with most of its original detail intact. Cleaning a coin can actually reduce its value, so the natural state of a dirty penny is often more desirable than a polished or artificially shiny coin. So how does one determine the value of a 1990 Lincoln penny? First, collectors examine the coin's condition, looking for signs of wear, scratches, or corrosion. Next, they check for unique features like doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or other anomalies. Coins that score highly on these criteria can quickly become prized additions to a collection. And while many coins from 1990 are common, a rare variation or error in a Denver Mint penny can set it apart and make it much more valuable than anyone would expect. Interestingly, the popularity of Lincoln cents means that they are constantly being sought after, not just by coin collectors but also by casual enthusiasts. Even coins from the 1990s can hold significant value if they have unique characteristics or survive in exceptional condition. While older coins often command higher prices, there is a growing market for modern rare pennies, as collectors enjoyed the challenge of finding unusual variations in more recent years. This has made coins like the 1990 D penny a fascinating focus for modern numismatics. You might ask, how does a coin like this end up in circulation unnoticed for decades? Well, pennies are the workhorses of the American economy. They pass through countless hands, get dropped in couches, stuck under car seats, or stored in jars and drawers. Many coins never make it to collectors because they're assumed to be worthless. But the truth is, all it takes is one sharp-eyed collector to spot a subtle error or an unusual mint mark, and suddenly a coin that seemed ordinary becomes incredibly valuable. This is why even a dirty 1990 D Lincoln penny could be the key to a collector's treasure hunt. The thrill of coin collecting is not just about owning something valuable, it's about uncovering history. Each penny carries a story, a piece of the American economy, and a glimpse into the past. The 1990 D penny may not have the age of a wheat penny from the 1930s or the rarity of a 1943 copper cent, but it represents a moment in time. It reflects the production techniques, minting standards, and even the subtle mistakes that can occur during the minting process. Every scratch, every spot of dirt, and every unusual die mark contributes to its narrative. In recent years, interest in rare pennies has surged, especially among those who enjoy modern numismatics. Auctions, online marketplaces, and coin shows have become hubs for collectors seeking hidden gems in everyday change. The 1990 D Lincoln penny has appeared in several notable auctions, often fetching prices that surprise even experienced collectors. Its appeal lies not just in rarity, but in the story it tells, the challenge of spotting errors, and the potential for financial reward. So, if you happen to come across a 1990 D Lincoln penny in your pocket change, jar, or old coin collection, it's worth taking a closer look. Examine the details carefully, check for unusual features, and if possible, consult a professional coin dealer or grader. Even if the coin looks dirty or worn, it could hold a hidden value that far exceeds its face value. Many collectors have found that patience, attention to detail, and a love of history can turn an overlooked penny into a prized possession. In conclusion, the 1990 D Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a small piece of copper. It's a coin that represents history, numismatic intrigue, and potential financial reward. While it may appear ordinary to most, its combination of mint mark, potential errors, and natural wear makes it a fascinating item for collectors. And for those who know what to look for, a single dirty penny from 1990 could hold the promise of a substantial payoff. And now, for those who have stayed with us to the very end, the moment you've been waiting for, the value of a rare 1990 D Lincoln dirty 1-cent penny. This coin, in exceptional condition with the right characteristics, could be worth $31,884. Today, we're diving into a fascinating world that many overlook, the world of rare coins. Among collectors and enthusiasts, there's always excitement around coins that seem ordinary at first glance but hide extraordinary stories. One such coin is the 1995 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, an unassuming penny that has become a treasure for collectors, especially in its dirty, worn state. At first glance, it might look like any coin you find loose in your pocket or under your couch cushions. But believe it or not, the 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny has captured the attention of coin collectors nationwide. And it's not just its age that makes it special. The Lincoln cent, as most of you probably know, has been a staple of American coinage for over a century. First introduced in 1909, it was designed to honor Abraham Lincoln on the centennial of his birth. Since then, the Lincoln penny has seen countless variations in design, minting locations, and most importantly, errors. These errors are what often turn an everyday coin into a sought-after collectible. Among these, the 1995 penny with no mint mark stands out because it defies expectations, making it a must-have for serious collectors. Now, you might be wondering, why would a coin with no mint mark be so valuable? To understand this, we need to take a closer look at how coins are made in the United States. Coins are struck at various mints, and each mint uses a specific identifying mark. For example, coins from Denver carry a D mint mark, while coins from San Francisco have an S. Coins minted in Philadelphia usually have no mint mark, which is perfectly normal, but here's where the rarity comes in. In 1995, Lincoln cents were produced at both the Denver and Philadelphia mints. The vast majority of coins from Philadelphia should carry no distinguishing mint mark. However, certain production anomalies created a situation where a very small number of coins ended up being significantly different than the rest, either through slight variations in die alignment, striking errors, or, in some rare cases, contamination during the minting process. The 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny falls into this special category. Unlike the standard circulation coins, which number in the billions, this coin is extraordinarily difficult to find in the market, especially in the condition that collectors desire. Dirty or worn coins, while they might seem less attractive, actually carry a fascinating story for coin enthusiasts. The dirt, grime, and wear on the surface tell the history of the coin. Maybe it spent decades in a pocket, perhaps it passed through countless hands, or it might have been tucked away in an old coin jar that no one opened for years. Each mark, each discoloration, adds character and authenticity. Coin collectors often prize these characteristics because they show a coin's journey through time. The appeal of the 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't limited to its rarity alone. There's also the thrill of the hunt. Imagine rummaging through a jar of old change, hoping to stumble upon a penny that could be worth thousands. Every coin you flip over, every shiny copper surface, holds the promise of history and potentially immense value. For many collectors, the joy is in the search itself. And when they finally hold a rare coin like the 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny, the excitement is almost indescribable. You're not just holding a piece of metal, you're holding a tangible connection to the past. Another interesting aspect is the market for rare coins. The value of coins fluctuates based on scarcity, condition, demand, and historical significance. In the case of the 1995 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, demand has been steadily increasing. Coin collectors and investors alike are drawn to its unique story and limited availability. In fact, coins like these are often sold in auctions, where collectors compete to add them to their collections. The thrill of an auction can drive prices higher than anyone might expect. Imagine the tension in a room as two collectors go back and forth, each unwilling to let the coins slip away. That energy adds to the mystique of these rare pennies. It's important to note that even though this coin is highly prized, its value isn't solely based on appearance. The term, dirty, or worn, doesn't necessarily reduce its worth. In some cases, it can actually enhance it. Coins that have survived decades in circulation without being cleaned or polished maintain a sense of authenticity that many collectors value. Cleaning a coin improperly can actually reduce its value, because collectors prefer coins in their natural, untouched state. For the 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny, its slightly dirty and aged look contributes to its appeal. Telling the story of a coin that has weathered time but remained intact. Of course, verifying the authenticity of a rare coin is crucial. Counterfeit coins do exist, and with high-value coins, it's essential to consult experts and trusted grading services. These services examine the coin for wear, errors, and any unique features that distinguish it from ordinary circulation coins. They also provide a grade, which can greatly influence its market value. For a coin like the 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a professional certification can mean the difference between owning a collectible of interest and holding a coin that doesn't carry the same historical significance or monetary value. Collectors also love to compare this penny to other Lincoln cents with notable errors. For instance, some coins might have double dies, off-center strikes, or misplaced mint marks. Each era has its own story and rarity, which collectors document meticulously. What makes the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny stand out is the combination of scarcity, its subtle anomalies, and its unique appearance. It's a coin that sparks conversation, curiosity, and, for many, a deep appreciation for numismatics, the study and collection of coins. The story of this coin doesn't end at collectors. There's also an investment angle. Rare coins, especially those with a fascinating history and proven scarcity, can appreciate over time. Unlike paper currency or some forms of digital investment, coins have intrinsic value because they are tangible, limited in supply, and carry historical significance. Many investors include rare coins like the 1995 Lincoln cent in their portfolios, diversifying their assets while preserving a piece of American history. The knowledge that something as small as a penny could hold such potential is part of what makes coin collecting both thrilling and rewarding. Now, let's talk about the thrill of finding one. Imagine a coin dealer's shop, filled with shelves of old coin jars, trays of pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. Among these thousands of coins, the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny sits quietly, perhaps overlooked by casual visitors. But to a keen-eyed collector, that coin stands out. It might not shine like a new coin, and it might bear the marks of years of circulation, but its rarity is unmistakable. Holding it, you feel connected not just to the coin's physical history, but to the larger story of American currency and the collectors who came before you. For those interested in starting a collection, this coin serves as a fascinating example of how even modern pennies can hold extraordinary value. Many people assume that only old coins, centuries old, can be rare or valuable. But as the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny shows, rarity isn't always about age. Sometimes, it's about the story behind the coin, the quirks in its production, and the limited number that made it into circulation. Even a penny from the mid-1990s can become a prized possession, demonstrating that collectors need to keep their eyes open in the most unexpected places. In conclusion, the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how coins, even those we consider everyday, can carry historical significance, investment potential, and an intriguing story. Its dirty, worn surface only adds to its character, telling the story of a coin that has survived decades of circulation. Whether you are a serious collector, a history enthusiast, or someone looking for a unique investment, this penny is more than just a small piece of copper. It is a treasure with a story, a piece of American history, and a rare find that continues to fascinate collectors across the world. And for anyone wondering about its worth today, this remarkable 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, even in its dirty, circulated state, is valued at $34,999. Welcome back, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change right now. Imagine holding in your hand a small, worn piece of history, barely noticeable, yet potentially worth more than many would dare to dream. I'm talking about the United States 1996 Lincoln penny, a coin that seems ordinary at first glance, yet hides a rare secret, the elusive 1996 no-mint Mark variety. Now, you might be thinking, a 1996 penny? That's practically modern. How could it possibly be rare? But that's exactly what makes it so fascinating. You see, the Lincoln cent, first minted in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, has been produced in the billions over the decades. Almost everyone has handled one, tossed one into a jar, or found a handful in their couch cushions. Yet, even among the seemingly endless flood of pennies, certain variations slip through unnoticed, becoming the grails of collectors worldwide. And the 1996 no-mint Mark penny is one of those hidden treasures. First, let's understand what makes this penny so special. Typically, coins minted in Philadelphia did not carry a mint mark until the early 1980s. By 1996, most coins were clearly marked with D for Denver or S for San Francisco. However, in some rare instances, a penny would come out of the Philadelphia Mint without the expected identifiers due to an error or misprint. These errors were incredibly rare, almost like catching lightning in a bottle. The 1996 Lincoln Penny No Mint mark is one of those coins, a modern-day anomaly that stands out in an era of mass production. Collectors often look for two key things in these coins: condition and authenticity. Condition is critical. A penny that has circulated heavily, dirty, scratched, or corroded might seem worthless, but for some, even a dirty 1996 no mint mark penny can command significant attention. In fact, coins that appear unremarkable to the untrained eye may still be the rarest of their type. This is why numismatics, the study and collection of coins, is as much about the thrill of discovery as it is about value. You never quite know what's hiding in your pocket change until you look closely. Authenticity is another crucial factor. With the rise of online marketplaces, photographs of rare coins can easily mislead buyers. That's why professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC have become so important. These organizations meticulously verify coins for mint marks, wear, and other subtle details. A 1996 no mint mark penny that has been verified and graded can become a key piece in a serious collector's cabinet. Even a coin that is not in pristine condition, perhaps dirty, bent slightly, or worn, can be worth thousands if it is an authenticated rarity. Let's talk about what makes this penny even more fascinating: its story. Imagine a factory floor in Philadelphia in 1996. Millions of pennies are being struck day after day, each passing through machines and inspectors with incredible speed. Somewhere along the line, a single penny emerges without a mint mark. It's almost as if the coin defied the system, slipping through unnoticed, destined to remain obscure for decades. Fast forward 20 or 30 years, and that same coin may turn up in a jar, a drawer, or a child's piggy bank. To someone with knowledge, it isn't just a penny, it's a ticket to a numismatic adventure, a tangible connection to the unpredictable dance of chance and minting. Now, you might be wondering, how rare are we really talking? The 1996 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't exactly a once-in-a-lifetime find, but it is extremely uncommon. Reports suggest that only a few hundred examples exist in private hands. Considering the millions of pennies minted that year, this is an astonishingly small fraction. And rarity alone drives demand. Collectors who specialize in modern Lincoln cents know that these anomalies can spark fierce bidding wars. Even pennies that are dirty, worn, or damaged can sell for amounts far beyond what anyone would imagine for a coin minted in the late 20th century. It's also important to note the role of errors and varieties in coin collecting. Numismatists classify coins into categories based on slight deviations from the norm. Sometimes, a coin will have doubled dies, off-center strikes, or missing mint marks. Each error tells a story about the minting process, the technology of the time, and the human element behind mass production. The 1996 no mint mark Lincoln penny falls into this category, a subtle defect that transforms an everyday coin into a highly sought-after collectible. For those curious about hunting these coins, the excitement is in the search itself. Penny rolls from 1996 can be purchased at banks, but finding a no mint mark variety is extraordinarily rare. Many collectors turn to online auctions, estate sales, or even flea markets in hopes of stumbling upon the right coin. When one surfaces, it can set off a flurry of excitement within the numismatic community. People share images, verify authenticity, and sometimes even travel great distances to acquire such a piece. You may have noticed that coins like these often appear dirty. That's because most have circulated for years before being recognized as valuable. Dirt, grime, and patina can actually add character to the coin, a visual record of its journey through pockets, cash registers, and coin jars. In some cases, collectors prefer coins in circulated condition, as it proves authenticity and tells a story. While uncirculated, pristine coins often command high prices. The dirty, worn examples of rare varieties have their own unique appeal. Now, let's talk numbers. How much could a 1996 no mint mark Lincoln penny be worth? Prices fluctuate based on condition, provenance, and current market trends, but in rare cases, collectors have paid astonishing amounts. Experts agree that this coin, particularly in verified condition, is highly prized and increasingly difficult to find. It is a prime example of how even a seemingly ordinary piece of change can become extraordinary, bridging the gap between history, luck, and human fascination. And after careful research, the latest verified examples of this coin have been valued at an incredible $39,477. That's right. What was once a 1-cent coin now holds a price tag that makes even seasoned collectors' eyes widen in disbelief. The story of the 1996 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just about money. It's about perspective. Most people overlook the coins in their wallets, seeing them as mere currency. Yet, a single penny can carry decades of history, intricate design, and the subtle touch of human error. The Lincoln cent, with its familiar portrait and wheat stalks on earlier versions, has been a silent witness to generations of Americans. It reminds us that rarity often lies in the details, and that true value isn't always obvious at first glance. So, what can you do if you think you might have stumbled upon a 1996 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny? First, don't clean it. Washing or polishing a coin can drastically reduce its value, especially for collectors. Handle it gently, preferably with gloves, and place it in a protective holder. Next, consider having it professionally graded and authenticated. This step is crucial if you plan to sell or trade the coin, as it provides proof to buyers that your coin is legitimate. Finally, take a moment to appreciate it. Few objects in modern life offer such a direct link to both history and fortune. In conclusion, the 1996 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a remarkable reminder that treasure can appear in the most ordinary places. It teaches us patience, curiosity, and the joy of discovery. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone who enjoys the thrill of the hunt, this penny represents a world where chance and history collide. So, next time you dig through a jar of coins or find a penny on the sidewalk, remember, one tiny piece of metal could hold stories untold and a value that defies imagination. And if that coin happens to be the 1996 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, verified and authenticated, you could be looking at a staggering $39,477. Remember, collecting coins is more than just chasing money. It's about connecting with history, appreciating craftsmanship, and enjoying the excitement of discovery. So keep your eyes open, your hands ready, and who knows, you might just find the next great numismatic treasure hiding in plain sight.